Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like the Dapper Dawn, giving them all dressed like $1 million bucks, things in his cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh yeah, and listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey, why don't you join? Yeah. Steve Harvey, get him on, y'all. Better give me some eggs right now. Steve Harvey, yeah, join me. Come with me, help me say. I'm so afraid to go home. You gotta turn it on, yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Turn it on. Turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn them out. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on to the morning, y'all. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You're listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only. Steve Harvey. Got a radio show. Okay, I got something for you today. I'm going to have a conversation this morning about my understanding of grace. Now that I've gotten older and I've come into a better understanding of a lot of things I didn't know about when I was younger, this is just my interpretation of grace. Now, once again, y'all, listen to me. I ain't nobody's pastor. I ain't nobody's minister. So, I'm pretty sure you can go to church and get a far more extensive definition of one I'm giving you. I'm just talking to people. Grace is this thing that God provides for us. And grace is just things that you get that's really undeserving. I look at my life as it is today. Look, I work hard and I have faith in God. That I do. So things are going to happen in my life. But the way my life is now, I don't deserve all of this. I don't look at it that way. I have been the beneficiary of God's grace. I have aligned myself in a position to accept whatever grace God has for me. And it will be far abundant and exceedingly in anything you could think of. His grace supersedes anything you could possibly imagine. The goals that I set and the aspirations that I shoot for and the things that I have on my dream board, I have the faith that God will give it to me. But what he does with grace, he gives you far more than that. He gives you what he has for you, not what you can see. You can't see all he has for you. It's impossible. Who are you? How can you possibly imagine what he can imagine? How can you possibly think how he can think? How can you possibly do what he can do? How can it be? There isn't a single mind living or a collection of minds that could have thought of earth. What in your wildest imagination could have made you think of earth, the stars, the heavens, the oceans, the galaxy, the constellations? What in your mind? What in any man's mind? We can point at it and analyze it, but we sure couldn't have thought of it. So come on now. I'm talking about lining yourself up with God's grace, which he will give to you if you want some of it now. But now here's the thing about grace. It can't be bought. If it could be bought, I'm telling you, I would pour all the money I have and dump it into grace. Because after discovering what it is, it's this goodness that God shines on you simply as a reward of some type for his love for you and for you attempting to do right. Not because you get it right, because if he judged us purely on how we are, the right and wrong of it, we would all be doomed. All of us. Every last one of us would be doomed. Because we all fall short. We all make mistakes. We all sin. We all get it wrong from time to time. Nobody's perfect, man. Now I understand what my mother was singing about cleaning the house. All I want is a little more grace. All I need is a little more grace. When the last time you asked God for some grace? Now, I'm not talking to you like I know everything. If you just benefit from his grace, which you already have, but if you're not aware of it, you don't know what's going on. Become aware of grace. Get aware of the fact that God does things for you simply because he loves you. He does things for you that you don't even deserve. Somehow you just wonder how you just got over. When you didn't even do the things to get over. Sometimes you don't even know how you got that job you got. When you ain't even really do the things to get your job. How you end up where you are. All this education you thought you went and got and had. How you end up where you are today. In a much better position than your education could have ever gotten you. That's grace. How I get every place I am today. I didn't plan this, man. If I could have planned my life the way it is, don't you know I'd have done it when I was living in that car? If I knew how to do it. No, I benefited from his grace. I'm just a beneficiary of his grace, of his goodness and his mercy. God's goodness is better than your goodness. God's goodness is better than your mother's goodness. It's better than your wife's or your husband or your boo's goodness. God's goodness is different. His goodness, man, covers some stuff you can't even imagine. So while you're trying to put your life together, when the last time you asked him for just a little bit of grace? When have you thought of your life in terms of the grace that it has already benefited from? Have you ever done that? Man, just thought about, you hear songs like My Soul Look Back and Wonder How I Got Over. That was grace. That's all I can call it. Now, like I said, you can go to church or somewhere if you want to, and ministers that went to school to teach this thing way better than me. I'm just giving you from a layman's standpoint, man. Have you thought about his grace? Would you not be well to be a beneficiary of his grace? Would it not? Now, check this out. The better you try to do, the more grace he'll give to you. And that grace can't be bought. Like I said, it's free. You can't purchase grace. But the better you try to become, the more grace he gets to put your way. So, man, just try. Why don't you just try to do better? Look, man, quit talking about, I'm going to start next week. I'm going to start at the new year. No, you're not. You do that every year. Everyone's at the new year, I'm going to eat better. At the new year, I'm going to go on, get in here. In the new year, if you're going to do it, you're going to do it now, man. You're going to do it now. Stop trying. Do it. Stop talking about it. Do it now. The best way to benefit from his grace is start in action now. N-O-W. Now. Right now. Today. What you waiting on? All you doing is delaying his opportunity to bless you. Man, do you know how many times we do that? We delay his opportunity to bless us by not starting now. If you're going to get healthy, why don't you start now? Now, you're going to trip a little bit because the holiday's coming, but you ain't got to eat bad all the time. You could start eating correct today. You could. And then guess what? There could be some grace on the end of that. I'm just giving you a little cheap analogy. But do you feel what I'm saying to you? Start thinking in terms of grace. What he has done for you and provided for you that you ain't even see coming. That, you keep calling them blessings, and I got that. A lot of it, and that's all it is. But, man, have you thought about the stuff that didn't happen to you can't account for? For me, that's been grace, and I'm a beneficiary of it. And that's available to everybody that wants some. So next time you're talking to him, just check in with grace. See what that is. That's better than money.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, I was going to do Earl of Aldingham, but I changed my mind. And so I just allowed you to hear the mind change. Man, that boy something else. That's sheer radio brilliance. When I allow you to not only hear what I'm thinking, but hear what I'm thinking as I change my mind while I'm thinking. Wow. Boy.
Too deep for a shallow mind. You better.
That's a quote right there. That's too much for early morning radio.
Almost.
Yeah, you got to put that on like a news channel or something.
Say it again.
Oh, I can't tell it.
He don't remember just that fast. He can't say
it. Was too deep. Even for him, it was too deep.
Hey, dog. Them deep moments be fleeting. You got to catch it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Shirley Strawberry, Carla Farrell, Mouth of the South, Junior, government name Kill Spates, and the legend of Nephew Tommy.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm is who I'm is.
Come on now.
Junior.
Yes, sir.
What is it today?
Today, Uncle man, I got some issues, Uncle. I just want to talk, and probably somebody else out here got the same issue, Uncle. Quitting, man. Quitting. It's not an option.
You got a lot be wrong with you.
Yeah, dog. Yeah,
Every day.
Every day. Yeah, dog. Yeah.
Hey, Junior.
Quit,
most
man.
people do. What about
and dog, I'm trying to convince somebody. You saw I called you yesterday because I needed you to talk to somebody for me. But quitting is not an option.
Yeah,
it's just not.
Yeah,
it's not an option,
you
man.
had called, and then you texted and said, I needed you to talk to somebody, and then I didn't have time for that yesterday.
I saw that.
No, my plate full. And let me ask you a question. The person you wanted to talk to, who were they to you? Who is
my son?
And what? Huh?
My son. Yeah. Yeah, dog. See, I got kids and grandkids now.
Blended family.
I'm blended. See, man, it's so crazy.
Hold up, man. Y'all just been married 2 months.
I got married in September. It's March.
I don't give a damn when it was. That ain't no time to make no baby. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, so she has a son. So
yes.
Tell me what the situation is, Chris.
Because he don't know what to do with his life. He quitting, man. He quitting. And I told him he quitting everything. He just don't want to do nothing. I can't have it.
Oh, okay.
You can't be connected to me.
Listen to me. Well, no, listen to me. People who quit everything soon discover that ain't a good idea. That's a lesson you don't even have to teach. When a person decides to quit everything and do nothing, something fitting to happen damn near immediate. That's a lesson you don't even have to get in. Trust me, wake up tomorrow and say, I'm not doing nothing else. The consequences is immediate. Life got him. Don't even worry about it, man. You can take that off your to-do list. Oh, that's going to come to you real fast.
All right. Well, call him back, Steve. Call him back. Coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, we'll hear from the nephew who will run that prank back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time to start your morning off now with the nephew who is back to run that prank back. Nephew, what do you have?
Shirley, I have an invitation to the party. An invitation to the party. Now that sounds pretty simple. Sounds harmless. An invitation to the party. But this is a different type of party.
What do you mean?
Yes. We are inviting to a swingers party. An invitation to the party.
Ain't nobody going to that.
What
kind of party is?
Don't knock it till you try and see it. You ain't anybody invited y'all. See, that's why ain't nobody invited you, because you got a little attitude about it. Okay?
Okay, cool.
And do you want to come to the party, or do you not want to come to the party?
No, I'm good.
I asked Tosh, an invitation to the party.
I'll speak for him. No.
Crazy.
Let's go, Cat Dog. An invitation to the party.
Hello? I'm trying to reach Danny. Yeah, what's up? This Danny. Hey, Danny, how you doing? My name is Paul, man. How you doing today, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. What's up?
Hey, man, I wanted to reach out to you, man, about your wife. You married to Nicole, right? I want to make sure I got the right person.
Yeah. Now, who is this again?
My name is Paul, man. I know Nicole. Nicole knows my wife. My wife is Regina, and we know Nicole real well, man. We was trying to actually see about getting you guys to come out and maybe go out on a double date, man. We all go out and hit the town.
So you know my wife, Nicole?
Yeah. I mean, she I got your number out of Nicole's phone, and
Okay, hold up. Wait. What you mean you got my number out of Nicole's phone? You got you. I'm not understanding what's going on, dog.
Okay, Larry, let me try to break this down to you, man. Myself, my wife Regina, and Nicole, we've all actually been hanging out lately. You know, within the last 6 weeks to 2 months. You know, we've been hanging out.
You ain't hanging out with my wife.
Okay.
My wife with me all the time, bro. So you might have the wrong number.
No, you Danny, right?
I'm Danny.
Okay, and Nicole is your wife. Nicole is like about 5'4", 5'5", light skin. Yeah,
that's my wife. That's my wife. But you ain't hanging out with her.
Okay, man, I'm trying to explain to you what's going on. And now, if you want to listen to me, cool. I'm just trying. Okay, here's what's up.
Get to your point, man.
Me, Nicole, and my wife have been swinging.
That's some bull. That's some bull.
Okay.
And you know what? You walking up the wrong tree, dog. This some bull. You know this some bull.
Hey man, I wanted to call you and tell you what was going on and see if you wanted to.
Call my ass. You got the wrong number for sure. Trust me, you got the wrong.
Let's just break this down, man. How many Danny is it, dog? It ain't that many. So, I mean, dude, you going to be in denial or you going to go and accept what I'm trying to tell you? I'm trying to invite me to what? I'm trying to invite you to come hang out with me and the girls. You know, do you want to, this might be something you might like if you tried, man, because, we had a lot of fun with Nicole.
Like what? What the hell you mean you had fun with Nicole? You ain't no goddamn fun with Nicole. So what you trying to tell me? You trying to tell me
we had fun with Nicole. I'm trying to explain to you. We've done some.
Explain Explain, man. This some bull.
Okay.
Number one, I know my wife, and I know she ain't no bull like that. Okay. And I ain't never heard of you and your wife, and we've been together for years. So there's some bull.
Okay. Well, here's something you need to understand, man. You know your wife.
I don't need to understand nothing. You need to understand that this is
your wife, but I know her too. I know her. I know Nicole now. Me and Nicole is.
You know what? Where you at?
I'm rolling through the city right now. I got some work I got to do, but I'm just trying to see.
I need to put my eyes on you. Man.
Okay. Hey, man, do you want to come do what we be doing?
So you trying to tell me that my wife done been with another woman?
Yes, man. It's beautiful, dog. You got to see it, man.
You.
Dog, I'm just trying to keep it real with you, dog. I was just trying to holler at you, man, let you know what was going on. See, I'm thinking you might want to be, try it yourself. You know, that's all I'm thinking, man. I ain't trying to start nothing.
You know what, I don't know no guy Paul, I don't know no Gina, and I don't know why the you calling my phone. And I tell you what, when my wife get home, I'm going to find out about because this some bull, man.
Okay, dog.
Problem.
Okay, dog, calm down, though, man.
No, calm my you done called my mother number. How the hell you gonna tell me to calm down? You telling you my wife, what, your wife sleeping with my wife with another woman?
Hey, man, Tommy is the one that told us that Nicole was down. He's the one.
Hold up. Who the Tommy?
Hey, dog, Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Hey, Danny. This is Nephew Tommy, man, from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your wife, Nicole, got me to prank phone call you, dog.
Man, that ain't even funny. Wow.
You all right, man?
Man, I'm glad. I'm glad this was just the before the show, man, and y'all just mess me. But look here, man, somebody gonna you up, boy. Lying. Boy, somebody gonna get your I hope you got a good insurance policy.
Daddy, gotta ask you, man, what is the baddest, and I mean the baddest radio show in the land?
Hey, number one, man. The Steve Harvey Morning Show.
What? Shirley?
Don't even look over here.
You don't want an invitation?
Nope.
Don't nobody want to go.
No. Keep your little invite. Nope. We good.
All right, nephew. Coming up next, it is Ask the CLO, our Chief Love Officer, Steve Harvey, in the building, and he's waiting.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour in national news, Mexican cartel's apology after deadly abduction of Americans. Plus, in trending entertainment news, Hollywood's newest it guy, Jonathan Majors, is ready to fully embody the role of Dennis Rodman in the forthcoming biopic. And in sports entertainment news, Coca-Cola pulls John Morant's Powerade ad campaign amid suspension. We'll talk about all of this at the top of the hour, but right now, it is time to ask the CLO. This one is from Lindsay in Jacksonville, who writes, I'm dating a man that has a 7-year-old daughter that loves talking slick to grown people. He puts her off on me when I leave to go shopping or run errands. Her behavior is making me reconsider my relationship, and he keeps saying she will grow out of it. Do I discipline her or take a break from them?
Well, see, what I do is, my father had a simple motto when we was being raised. Wherever you show out, that's where you get worked out.
Oh.
We've all heard this one before.
Oh, yes.
So, see, if you throw a tantrum and fall in the flow, then we all throw tantrums and fall in the flow. Mm-hmm. So, since you at 7, you like to talk slick, let me introduce you to real slick talk. I'm going to lean down in your little 7-year-old ear, and what I'm finna say into your little side of your little 7-year-old head, your ass is gonna be required some therapy. So what you're not gonna do, see, whenever you talk slick to me, what I'm finna, my counter slick statement is gonna throw you into something.
Example.
Okay, Shirley, you be the child and you say something slick to me.
Oh, hey, what you got on today? I don't like that.
I'm gonna have this whole ass whipping on top of you in a second.
Daddy!
That ain't your real daddy. Go ahead, Carla.
I don't like your hair. It's ugly.
I don't.
Is it a wig? It's ugly.
I don't like your mama's hair. But your daddy slept with her and gave us you, didn't he?
Daddy!
Yes.
Call your damn daddy. He ain't here. We out shopping. See right there? See, you gonna stop talking slick to me.
So she'll have no need to discipline her at that point.
Oh, you ain't got to worry about that slick talk. I'm gonna show you how I go. I'm gonna hurt you.
All right. Moving on to Haley in London. Haley says, I'm working remotely and I have not seen my husband since I was home for the holidays. He keeps making up excuses for not visiting and he won't answer my FaceTime calls. I want to pop up on him, but I'm too far away for that foolishness. Is it bad if I find a male escort to keep me company? I have needs.
Wow. I don't understand this question at all. Yeah, that's cool. She's working from home remotely. I don't understand what she's saying, Shirley.
Well, she hasn't seen her husband. She's in London. Okay. And she hasn't been home for the she hasn't seen her husband since the holidays. Oh. And he won't visit her in London. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And it's March.
So you asking me, do you need a male escort?
To keep her company because she has needs.
I don't know what you need, and I don't know nothing about your need, but I know he ain't coming to London and he ain't answering that damn phone. One and one is usually 2.
Mm-hmm. Most of the time.
Now, y'all need to quit trying all this new math now. Some of this stuff is just basic ass arithmetic.
Get back to carrying that 1.
Yeah, I know they stopped carrying the 1, but y'all need to get it right. 2 times 2 is 4. It's quit trying to make it something else. You ain't talked to your man since the holidays. It's March and he don't FaceTime or return call. Girl.
Bye. It's over.
It's daylight saving times. There's a whole lot that happens.
Man, hell yeah.
What?
All right. Moving on to Sabrina in Vegas. Sabrina says, I live in a townhome community and I heard my neighbor making sex sounds this morning, but his wife was at work. She had just called me to see if I wanted to go work out with her later. I didn't see anyone leave their house, but I saw a strange car parked on the street. Should I tell the wife what I heard?
This ain't got nothing
Why?
to do with
This
you.
ain't got nothing to do with you. Tell his wife what? What you gonna tell his wife? I heard some sex sounds coming from your house.
Yeah.
The TV, you mean?
Uh-huh.
Hello. Boy, that was good, Steve. Fast. I love it.
He's so good at it. He's so good at it.
I'm just trying to figure out what you heard. Or was it him and the wife on the phone having a phone conversation? See, you don't even know. You just running your mouth.
Yeah.
Take your ass to work out with the lady and shut up.
Make your own sounds.
Yeah, why don't you get some business at your house? Oh, maybe that's it, though. Ain't no sounds coming from your bedroom. So now you hearing stuff outside the wall. Oh.
So she's a hater.
All day.
Okay.
You hear the saying, don't kill the messenger? My father taught me very different. Pay attention to who the messenger is, son. It's the reason they bringing you bad news.
Okay. All right. I like that. All right. Moving on. Last one, Steve. Last one. This is Kamika in East St. Louis. Kamika says, I've been living with a man that I don't love for 3 years, but the sex is off the chain and he spoils me. My friends say I'm crazy to want to leave him, but I think my soulmate is out there somewhere. Should I risk everything to find true love?
Yeah, you should, but you ain't.
One more time.
You should, but you ain't.
And why?
It's been 3 years. First of all, he's spoiling you with everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. Every time you think about leaving, he break out that power drill that he got from down at Home Depot.
Not the power drill.
Yeah, he pull out that power drill that he got at Home Depot and then sit down on you with that monkey wrench. And then go back in there and get that roller that you put the water in and smooth your grass out. that big landscape water pier. Then he come in there with that garden hose that do like this.
Oh, okay.
He got all the tricks.
She says it's
He got a garden hose. He got a leaf rake. He got the rake that move the rocks. He got everything. He got wheelbarrow. He got the sled. He just in there doing his yard work. Boy got mulch. He got a power washer. He got everything. He going to work, baby. There's no way you can leave this man.
And he spoils you.
And he know how to cook. Got you laying up in there feeling like cake batter. You just getting whipped.
Okay.
Why you don't love him?
And
I don't understand.
he going new watch. Where's your ass going?
A watch.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you better stay there. Thank you, CLO. Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll have some entertainment news for you right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
A Mexican cartel has taken responsibility and apologized for the kidnapping of 4 Americans, 2 of whom died. The Gulf Cartel says the perpetrators were acting on their own in violation of cartel rules. 5 men were found tied up near a pickup truck Thursday morning, and a note was found on its windshield. Law enforcement sources say the letter is legitimate. The note says the Gulf Cartel Grupo strongly condemned the events of Friday, March 3rd, in which, unfortunately, an innocent working mother died and 4 American citizens were kidnapped. of which 2 died. For this reason, we have decided to hand over those involved and directly responsible for the event, who at all times acted under their own determination and in discipline and against the rules in which the CDG has already operated and has always operated. 4 Americans drove into Mexico a week ago, so one of them could undergo a cosmetic procedure, which is much cheaper south of the border. They were abducted by cartel members. The 2 who were killed were cousins, Shaid Woodard and Zindel Brown. And this is just a horrible story right here. It's just horrible.
I've never seen the cartel apologize.
Take
I've never
responsibility.
seen this ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Ever. And they turned those guys in. Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Steve.
you know, you've heard the code. There's honor amongst thieves.
Amongst thieves,
There is there used to be more prevalently, though, a code that criminals live by. That, like, for example, snitching. Snitching is a criminal code only. It only applies to criminals. What has happened is so many criminals have been incarcerated and come out of jail that they brought that same principle to the streets. But snitching was, if you do the dirt, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Snitching is once you get busted, that's you. You got to eat that. Don't drag nobody else into it. That's what it was for. They made snitching a part of the hood and the public because so many guys was getting out and brought that to the streets. So I respect the honor amongst thieves. I mean, look, man, everybody ain't gonna do right, but I think that was a great gesture for them to do.
Turn responsibility and own it. Yeah.
Because I mean, they went, hold up, man, what y'all doing? This ain't what we do. What we messing with these innocent people coming down here, a mother and all this here, coming down here to get a surgery. Where you get this from?
Yeah.
Who told you?
Now
to
you
do
finna
that?
bring all this heat on us. Who told you to do that? We take care of people that's in our drug war.
Right.
See, if you in the game, then you in the game. All that mess, that's out. So, I mean, it's not a great thing. I mean, I appreciate the honor amongst the thieves.
Yeah. There you
I
go.
do.
All right. Okay, now let's switch gears to entertainment news. Hollywood's newest it guy, that would be one Jonathan Majors, is ready to fully embody the role of Dennis Rodman in the forthcoming biopic. Last week, news broke that Majors would be taking on the life and career of the NBA icon. In a sit-down with the Associated Press, Majors confirmed the film was in the works and says he wants to meet Dennis Rodman to get to know him in hopes of fully engulfing himself in all things Rodman to bring the character to life.
Oh, let him do it.
What you wish
Let him
for.
do it.
Yeah.
Go party with him for a week. Go do it.
Go down there.
Yeah.
Get it.
That's the only way you're going to play that role right. You
I
got to go
played
kick it
dice with him one time in Las Vegas. That's all I needed. All I needed.
Now, speaking of partying in Vegas and all that, the film will specifically focus on the infamous 48 in Vegas incident where Rodman went to Vegas for a mid-season break during his run with the Chicago Bulls. Though former head coach Phil Jackson approved, the events of that wild weekend could not have been predicted by anyone. The 2-day break turned into 4 days of intense partying in the city with his girlfriend, Carmen Electra at the time. Michael Jordan and Phil Jackson they had to eventually go down to Vegas to personally retrieve Rodman, okay?
Get your ass back on the team.
So here's the question. Tommy, I gotta ask you, of course, Steve, I want your take on it, and Junior. Do you think Jonathan Majors can play Dennis Rodman?
Oh, definitely. You can definitely do it. But you're going to have to go kick it with Dennis for a good week. You got to. Yeah. We're going to do a little method. We're going to do a little method. You got to go down here and get this.
Says
he
the
wants to
actor,
do
he
that.
got to get into it.
Yes, Steve. Yes, Steve.
Yes.
I just want to make sure I know who Jonathan Majors is. This is the dude in Creed.
Yeah.
And
the villain.
Harder They Fall.
What?
I mean, you know.
Are you hating because his body is perfect? What is going on there?
I mean,
Yeah.
what,
No,
what's all that about?
That don't
He's a
bother me at all. There's a lot of people out there with great six-pack. You know.
You know that bothers you. Stop.
That don't really bother me at all. I mean, you know, it seems like it bothers you more than me, you know.
Well, I cannot lie when I've been called out.
Well, you know what I'm saying? So I like it bother you more than it bother me. You know what I'm saying? You know, at least, you know.
It is
What's
bothersome.
your reaction?
It is bothersome.
To that, I don't know.
You don't think he can play it? You don't know enough about him?
I just don't.
So.
I don't think it's a good movie.
Nah.
That's my problem.
Just the Dennis Rodman story.
No,
What did you say, Junior?
It's going to take 6 months to get all these tattoos and piercings. Now, it's going to take a while to get all that on
6
his
months?
body.
Oh, they can do that.
But Tommy, Dennis Rodman is 6'10".
Oh yeah, Jonathan.
We messing up right now.
I don't really know. Both of them have a kind of a rugged look.
Yeah.
That might work.
Coming up
I know
in
the
20
dude
minutes.
can act his ass off.
Yes, he
After
can.
the hour. Coming up in 20 minutes after the hour, we'll talk about TV sitcom moments right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, you know, we love a comedian, Miss Pat. She's been a special guest on our show. We'll get ready for season 3. It's coming up. Season 3 of the Miss Pat Show on BET Plus.
That's
we all
funny.
know, we all know the
That's
show. Yeah, is real. It's very raw. We know that. And the legend herself, 91-year-old Marla Gibbs, will be a special guest on one of the upcoming episodes. In a recent interview with Variety TV, the showrunner for the Miss Pat show said Marla Gibbs agreed to say anything because you know they do a lot of cussing on that show.
Yes, they do.
A lot. So Miss Marla Gibbs said, you know, she'll say anything, but she would not call black women bees. All right?
B word.
Take a listen to
Okay.
an upcoming scene with Miss Marla Gibbs.
Did you see what she just did? Do I look like I give a
I wasn't ready for Florence.
No.
Turn it off.
You've been
Hey,
cussing
so what
long
is that?
before y'all.
Because I saw that clip.
Yeah.
That was funny, man. I said, she just looked her dead. And I said, what outtake is this? Do I look like, look at me.
Do I look like?
So Steve, here's a question for you. You were star of your own hit show, the sitcom. You know, you were star of that. And how has comedy changed? How have sitcoms changed from back in the day?
They're not as big as they used to be. And sitcoms used to mostly be about relationship and family. Those have, it seems to have changed. Even Martin, one of the iconic sitcoms for us culturally, was about a relationship. And he talks about a relationship. You know, even today when he describes the show, it was really about a relationship between him and Gina.
You know.
Right, and their friends.
And then all the other side pieces played into that. Sitcoms now, it was Cosby Show. It was My Wife and Kids. It was Me and the Boys. It was, you know, even the Steve Harvey Show was a relationship between me and Sid, roommates, and then Regina, the principal that I wanted so deeply, you know.
Okay.
Well, if you and Sid could have been cussing back then.
Man,
Goodness.
I'll tell you, the show that I wanted to do with Sid was like a remake of The Odd Couple.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Really?
It just seems like in this woke era, you can't say things on TV
Well,
anymore.
And it's just a workload. It's not.
Okay.
And then staying on TV is hard. Like what Tommy's accomplished, 100 episodes. That's really hard, man.
Yes.
I don't think people understand the milestone that is. That's incredibly difficult. Very, very few. 2% of the shows ever become 100 episodes. 2%.
Wow.
If that.
Yeah. Tommy, yeah.
Yeah, I'm grateful, boy. I'm grateful.
All right. Coming up at 34 minutes after the hour, we'll check your voicemail, Steve, 877-29-STEVE, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, it is time now to check Steve's voicemail. If you'd like to leave a message for Steve, call him 877-29-STEVE, 877-29-STEVE. You might just hear your call on the air. Now, Steve, this is a 27-year-old woman named Courtney. She has a relationship question for you.
How you doing, Steve? My name is Courtney. I am a 27-year-old married woman. I have a 4-year-old daughter, and me and my husband have been together 7 years and married for 4 years. Recently, my husband has been acting different. He has been really trying to get on his content creation and just getting into social media a lot more, getting into himself a lot more. And I've been a little torn because I feel like, he told me plenty of times he wants to do 50-50. He doesn't want to wine and dine me. He doesn't expect to have to do much more than he already is. And to me, I pay most of our bills. I take care of our daughter. I pick her up from school, drop her off at school. And all I ask from him, Steve, is just a little bit of quality time, intimacy, a connection, and I'm slowly but surely starting to fall out of love with him. So my question to you is, how do I know when it's time to walk away from a marriage, and how do I know when I should keep fighting? My husband isn't a horrible guy. He loves me, but the way he treats me doesn't show that he's in love with me. He always wants his space. He always wants to do his own thing, and whenever we're around each other, it's like walking on eggshells. It's tension. It's awkward. But he always tells me that he wants to be with me and he loves me, but he's actually so differently. So again, the question I was asking is, how do I know when it's time to walk away from a relationship that is no longer serving me? I hope this ends up on the radio, and thank you again for all your advice, and I hope you have a great day.
Well, it is on the radio, and so I'm going to be careful with how I say this to you. First of all, if I were you, I would exhaust all of my attempts at communicating. I would sit down with him. I would ask him to attend some type of marriage counseling with me. I think it's worth that, at least that. After you've done that, if there's no improvement, once you start questioning your marriage over and over and over, and the questions keep coming up, then at one point in time, the two of you have to think, are we who we were 7 years ago? And the answer is obviously no. But I would make some attempt at therapy, marriage counseling, to see what you can get. Because if he's saying one thing but he's doing something else, he's taking the focus away from you all and he's putting it on himself. I don't understand I want everything 50-50. I don't know what man thinks that you get married and it's 50-50. I don't know how you think that is. It's not. And the reason it can't be 50-50 is because you don't have 50% stake in the family, dude. That's the problem. When a woman has your child, that's bigger than anything else you could ever do. The least you can do is take care of them. That's the least, dog. I'm sorry, man. That's the way I was raised. That's the way I was taught. Now, you can call that old-fashioned if you want to, but that's really the requirement. Because seeing as how you can't make a baby, your job is to protect and provide for that family. That's your job. Provision is huge. I'm 50-50. What the hell are you talking about? You wasn't 50-50 on that baby.
All right. There you
go,
Courtney.
You was really dog. You was about 5%.
It wasn't even the 50.
If that, you're right.
You was about 5% on the making of it. Now, that was because I could see her wanting to make it work and hang on, but she's also feeling the disconnect. And,
you could hear it. Yeah. I hope that helps you,
walking
Courtney.
on eggshells. That ain't good.
Yeah, that's not a good
not in the house.
Yeah, nobody want to live like that.
No. All right, thanks for your calls. Coming up next, we'll hear from the nephew with today's prank phone call right after this.
Yeah.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's time for my strawberry letter for today. The subject is, the cheater accused me of cheating. Imagine that. What?
A cheater accused me
of cheating. Yeah, we'll get into it in just a bit because right now it is time for you, nephew, to give us today's prank phone call. What you got for us? Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be as stupid as I can. Okay. I'm going to be as stupid as I can. Going into the stupid Rolodex. Trying to figure out what stupid I want to be. Hold on here.
They all there.
Yeah, but
you don't have to search too long.
But it's degrees of it, though, you know, it's degrees of it. So you got to figure out which, you know, how.
Well, we only know one, so.
Okay. This is, okay, here we go. This is high profile stupid right here. Calvin done lost his mind. Calvin done lost his mind. Cat dog, if you would.
Hello.
Hello, I'm trying to reach a Bree, please.
This is Bree.
Hi, Bree. This is Officer from the Dallas Police Department.
Yes.
Okay, wanted to give you a call, ma'am. We have your husband, Mr. Calvin.
Uh-huh.
Is there any way you can actually come down to the police station today?
Are you sure it's my husband, Calvin?
Is he Calvin?
Yes, that's my husband.
Okay, we have Calvin. He's been picked up for a Class C misdemeanor. And I wanted to see if you're able to pick him up. We're not going to press charges. There is a $250 fine that needs to be paid, but I'm giving you a call. He asked me to call his wife to see if you would actually come and pick him up.
So is the $250 fine due as soon as I get there?
Yes, we do need the $250 fine.
Oh, okay, Lord, because I don't have it. I'm going to have to call his mom and get it. But what is he there for?
He was indecent exposure, ma'am. He was in a park. Are you familiar with Lakeside Park?
Yeah.
Okay, he was out at Lakeside Park and he was indecent exposure. He had no clothes on. He was with another person, another female out there, and they had no clothes on.
Wait a minute. Hold the hell up. You are making a big mistake because Calvin's supposed to be at work. That's what the hell Calvin's supposed to be. Not at a park. So you saying that you saw him? Were you the detective that caught him?
I'm not It's not a detective. There was actually a police officer, ma'am, that actually brought them in. They both were brought in here about 2 hours ago. He's been processed. He has been processed, but we need somebody to actually come pick him up now.
Okay. Well, tell me, who is the female? What's the female name? Did y'all arrest her too? Is she there with him?
She has been arrested. She's actually on the other side of the jail. She's on the women's side.
Okay, can you give me her name?
I do not have her name in front of me. I will be able to have that a little later. But right now, I think more importantly, he's actually sitting in a holding tank with no clothes on. So
wait a minute. I mean, Calvin done lost his mind. I'm not coming to pick him up for no that. Let me tell you what you need to be telling Calvin. You need to tell Calvin that he need to come up with $250 to get his out that just got himself in, and then he need to come up with some more money to pay for this divorce. Because I'm handing him these papers, and you tell him, I'll do it for him. I'm gonna call his mama, and she can come get his. I know well Calvin have his fat walk his clothes down. Now where he get this old freaky from? If I was all that got to see that, that's what they taking now. You know what? Yeah, I'll call his mama, and I'm gonna tell. She ain't gonna believe me because I want her to bring her down there. She always on his side, you see. She always on his side. So I want to take her on up there and see her son with his head up there naked, and then she let him explain that. Yeah, but he got to tell him, you tell Calvin, you make sure you tell him that I said that he get himself out this situation. I'm not coming to get his, and he ain't bringing his back here. Let him bring his back up here if he wants to.
Okay, Miss Bree?
Yes.
All right, I just got some paperwork in here about who the actual female he was arrested with. She was also out there at Lakeside Park. And let's see here. It seems like we got a Miss Francis Francis
You sure you found a Francis out there naked?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry, do you know a Francis?
Yes, I know Francis. That's my sister.
Okay. Well, can I say something else about your sister? Can I tell you this?
Go ahead.
Francis got me to prank phone call you, baby. This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Bree, you just got pranked by your sister Francis.
Oh, Lord Jesus. If I tell you what I just done on this phone, I can't tell you nobody. Your boy, Francis, I was getting ready to come up there and knock all 4 her eyes out. And I know damn well Calvin wasn't up there naked. I mean, he's not doing it like that. I mean, they don't even really get along. I mean, I'm like, is that what that's all about? Really? Excuse me. I ain't got time for all this. I'm going to get Francis. Thank you, though.
Hey, can I ask you something, Bree, baby? What's the baddest radio show in the land?
Oh, the Steve Harvey Morning Show. How about this for a surprise, Francis? If you listen, I'm going to whoop your ass, okay?
All right. I think everybody ought to be standing up and clapping right now. Everybody ought to be standing up.
Like at the Oscars.
Yeah. You want some Inspector Gadget stuff right now. You understand?
About me and mine.
About me and mine.
Yeah. I love it.
All right, it's going down. April Fools. It is April Fools Comedy Jam number 6. This is the number 6 one. You got Junior Killboy in the building. Dominique will be in the building. Rodney Perry. It is hosted by yours truly, Nephew Tommy, and the legendary queen of comedy, Miss Monique, will be gracing the stage. It is the April Fools Comedy Jam number 6, Dallas, Texas, at the Texas Trust. All right, tickets on sale right now. April 15th, Bowling Green, Kentucky. I've never been there before. It is Life Jennings, and the nephew. That's right. That's love and laugh and love. All that right there. Southern Kentucky Performing Arts Center. Tickets are on sale right now. All right, April 1st and then April 15th. And there you have it. Stupid is moving around the country. Back up, voice working, all that. Won't he do it?
Okay.
Won't he will.
Yeah.
Why you switch your voice when you said Bowling Green, Kentucky?
Bowling Green. I've never been down there, Junior, to Bowling Green, Kentucky. It just feel like you got to say it that way. Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Don't worry about it. That's how they gonna say it. They'll fix it.
All right, Nephew, you looking forward to getting back out there, huh?
I am back out there. I'm glad. I'm blessed, man. My God, I'm blessed. When I look back, oh my God.
When you look back over your life, you got a testimony, like the song said.
I got a shown up testimony.
Yes.
Soul looks back and wonder how I got over.
Right,
yes, sir.
Over. Over.
Let him use you.
Soul looks back and wonder how I got over.
On this show.
Over. Over.
No, that's the chorus.
Soul looks back and wonder how I got
Let the church say.
Amen.
The second part of that word is a whole word by itself.
Yeah. You better over up in here.
All those syllables.
He made it 2 words stop.
Two different words. There's O and then V.
But it's amazing, though, the songs that pop up in different situations.
Yeah.
It is amazing.
Timeless. They classics.
I grew up in a great era, man, that knew. Look at Junior. He don't know what that is.
I had no clue. I had no idea.
All right. Coming up, next, it is the Strawberry Letter. The subject,
Wow.
the cheater accused me of cheating. We'll get into that right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now, and you never know, it could be yours.
It could be. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry Letter.
Thank you, Nephew. Subject, the cheater accused me of cheating. Dear Steve and Shirley, my husband and I have been married for 19 years, and he has cheated on me multiple times. 3 years ago, he had a very messy affair, and I told him I was done, and I was filing for divorce. He threw a big party and surprised me with a public apology, and he asked for my forgiveness. I decided that I'd give him one more more chance. I had become really close friends with a male coworker that I confided in. We were just friends, but I cut him off after I decided to give my marriage another chance. My husband knew about my coworker and never suspected that we were more than friends. Our marriage changed for the better, and we were back to having great sex, and he was spending lots more time with me. Then I started having problems with my lady parts. I went to the doctor and found out I had a rash that looked like an STI, a sexually transmitted infection. But the tests were inconclusive. Because of his past unfaithfulness, I went home and accused my husband of having an affair and giving me an infection. My husband didn't flinch. All he said was that he would get tested in the morning. I told him he better not try to get in our bed that night. The next day, he came home from work and he threw his negative test results at me. Then he lectured me on how he changed, but I did not believe in him. He accused me of messing around with my male coworker and getting whatever I had from him. My doctor ended up calling me to explain that I could be allergic to my soap or have a hormonal imbalance, but it was not an STI. My husband isn't buying it and thinks the doctor is part of my lie. He thinks I'm a cheater now. How do I prove to my husband that it's just a misunderstanding? I don't know if you're going to be able to prove any of this to your husband. Your husband does suspect something between you and your coworker. He just didn't say anything because he was cheating himself. So I just say, please don't get caught up in your husband's crazy mess. He's accusing you because he was guilty. He knows how this goes. Now, you try to get slick with it. You really did. You didn't come right out and tell Steve and I that you and your coworker, your so-called coworker, this close coworker, had slept together. You didn't tell us that. You said you were just friends at first. Then you said you were more than friends, but you cut him off. If you guys weren't doing anything, what would be the need to cut him off? You cut him off from the affair that you didn't tell us about. You stopped so that you could focus on your marriage. Now, that's a good thing, okay? But there's a lot of stuff going on in this letter that's unsaid, but we know what's going on. Your marriage got back on track. You did start having personal health issues, and it was thought to be an STI at first, a sexually transmitted infection. What a break for your husband to think it was you initially. But when your test came back, you had no STI. So what is your husband talking about now? Your doctor can't be part of a lie. That's completely unethical. I think your husband is just trying to get some of the pressure off him because he's cheated in the past and he had such a bad reputation. If you didn't have an STI, you have proof. And, if you wouldn't keep taking him back after he cheats, then, he would stop doing it, or, you guys would break up or whatever. But yeah, I think he's trying to get some of the pressure off him by accusing you. Steve?
Now, obviously, you don't know how to do this in this letter because y'all keep on going about these men the wrong way. You've been married 19 years, a man that's had several affairs on you. The last affair was really messy. You filed for divorce. He threw you a big surprise party with a public apology, asked for your forgiveness. You decided I'd give him one more chance. Then you said you'd become really close with a male coworker that I confided in. We were just friends, but I cut him off after I decided to give my marriage another chance. When you said that line right there, I knew right away how close you and this male coworker had got with all this confide. Because I decided to cut him off. Oh, you stopped talking to him? You stopped confiding in him? That's what you cut off? Okay. My husband knew about my coworker and never suspected that we were more than friends. Of course he did. Women are better cheaters. The cheater accused me of cheating. He was right. He was spot on right. Very rarely did we get to bust y'all, but when we do, we be right. Our marriage changed for the better. We back to having great sex, spending time with me. I started having problems with my lady parts. I went to the doctor and found out I had a rash that looked like a STI. I do not know what STI is. Shirley said a sexually transmitted infection.
Infection, yeah.
I've only known of STDs, which back in my day was called VD. We didn't have no other name for it. But now, well, it's a new name. Sexually transmitted infection, sexually transmitted disease, commonly known as VD. You went to the clinic for VD. You sat there in that room, nervous and sweating with everybody else. Everybody in there had something.
All right, hang on. Try to get past this, but listen.
There's no confidentiality down at the clinic.
We'll have part 2 of Steve's response coming up in 23
nothing on
minutes.
a computer. You had to fill out this index card. You had to write what you had on there.
After the hour. Today's Strawberry Letter
print
subject.
your symptoms out.
The cheater accused me of cheating. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. The subject is, the cheater accused me of cheating.
This lady's been married 19 years. Husband had several affairs on her. Last one's pretty messy. She said she's filing for divorce. He surprised her and threw a big party. I'm sorry party and publicly apologized. She decided to give him another chance. I decided to give him one more chance. She had become close with this male coworker that she confided in, and after that she confided in, she says they were just friends, but after they decided to give their marriage another chance, she cut him off. You wouldn't have to cut him off if y'all was just friends. Right. So you was doing him. My husband knew about my coworker, but never suspected that we were more than friends, which is another admission that you were doing him. Our marriage changed for the better. We were back to having great sex, spending time with me. And then the lady said I started having problems with my lady parts. Now, that's very personal, so we don't get into that on this show because that could be any range of things. And I know you're not supposed to ask no woman what they went to the hospital for, but they always ask you what you go for. But you're not supposed to ask a woman because they'll say it was some female problems, and then your ass is supposed to shut up immediately. Don't keep digging deep into this while you in there, because you're not fitting to understand this right here. And so as she started having trouble with her lady parts, which we'll leave alone, I went to the doctor and found out that I had a rash that looked like a STI, and the tests were inclusive. Now, I didn't know what an STI was till I heard Shirley's response, which is a sexually transmitted infection. Yeah. I only knew STD, which was a sexually transmitted disease, and prior to this radio show, it was called VD. That's true. That's what you got is VD.
Shut up, Tommy.
And I'm going to just tell you right now, it was very different. That's why they called it STD when they came out with computers. Before computers, it was just VD. You went down to the clinic and you filled out the form, and nothing was on computer. And the lady, if you didn't fill out the form right, she would holler at you out there in the waiting room to get clarity on the blocks that you checked or did not check. Mr. Harvey, is there a burden? No, ma'am. Not the burden. Okay, you didn't check that block. That's because I'm not. Who is Lonnie Cage? That's me too, ma'am. I'm several people.
Would you stop?
I'm in here with a couple of concerns.
Your alias.
Two names. I'm using two names. I'm just trying to get seen right now.
You're the same person, Lonnie and Steve.
I told him.
You were so
and because I had a rash, now because of his past and all these affairs, I thought he gave me the infection. I told my husband, you done had these affairs, you done gave me an infection. He didn't flinch. All he said was he'd get tested in the morning. I told him he better not try to get in our bed that night. The next day he came from work and threw his negative test at me. Here, now, there you go. I ain't got nothing. Then he lectured me on how he's changed, but I didn't believe him. Here I am changing, a better man. We having great sex now. I spend time with you. And then you gonna get yourself a little STI, and then you gonna mess around and say it's me when it ain't me. And now you know what I think it is? I think it's you and that little punk ass dude down, your little coworker you've been talking to. Maybe you've been having sex with him. And you got it from him, and now you're trying to blame me. He was right. Doggone it.
Did you read the whole letter?
Yo, listen to me. Your husband was right to accuse you, because if he knew he didn't have nothing and you got an STI, then it must be, wait a minute, from the little punk ass dude at work. But then he was right jamming you up like that. Initially. Then your doctor ended up calling you to explain that they could be allergic to my soap or have a hormonal imbalance. See, women have too many outs. It's your soap. It's your hormonal imbalance. See, a man come in the house with an STI, it ain't nothing else. You did something with your little nasty behind. But no, a woman couldn't come in here talking about her damn soap, her damn hormones and all this here. Fellas, I'm going to start a new thing.
Well, isn't that good news that it's not?
Like, what's their problem?
It's great news.
Yeah,
it's great news, but your husband ain't buying it, and he thinks the doctor's a part of my life.
Oh, my God. That's so
He thinks I'm a cheater now. The question is, how do I prove to my husband that it's just a misunderstanding? Lady, you tripping. Reverse this. This is what ladies, this is the lesson I'm going to teach ladies. Reverse it. Oh, look at the pot calling the kettle black. Then I want you to start crying. All I've done for you, I'm taking you back time and time and time and time again. Bring up the past. That ever Shamika. When I found out about Shamika, I took you back. When you was messing with Tamalina, I told you Tamalina wasn't no good. You come on there. Tamalina bringing that heifer Francesca in. I knew Francesca was seeing you the whole time. And go down all of the list of women he's been with. Every time he bring it up, reverse it on him.
That's right. Post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at
Thank God for computers
on Instagram and Facebook. 46
and we
minutes
need
after.
all the people that's digging in this.
It's Junior and Sports Talk right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for Junior and Sports Talk. Hey, Junior, good morning. What you got?
Okay, sure. Here we go. Coca-Cola has pulled Memphis Grizzlies star Ja Morant's ads for Powerade as he remains away from the team. Ja has been away or suspended from the team, the Memphis Grizzlies, since he posted a video of him holding a gun in a strip club in Colorado. So he will not have those ads running no more. And also, man, his whole thing, man, is like with his father, man. Do you feel like his dad is trying to be his friend?
His father seems to be enjoying the success of it all. I mean, that's our job, is to be parents. You know, look, you got to understand something about whether it's in the movie, TV business, or in athletics. These guys have been coddled the majority of their life.
They have.
A lot of them, man, and have been allowed to do like they want to because they showed so much promise. Then when they turn into these $100 million guys, these brands, they got another level of freedom. There are some great examples of how it didn't. Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Steph Curry. I could go on and on and on. Vince Carter, Dominique Wilkins. There are prime time. There are some guys who came through this thing. Now, they didn't come through mistake-free now.
Right.
They did not come through mistake-free. Oh, no. But they managed to pull it off. Ja is young. He's making mistakes. He's going to have to learn from this. He could have been great. But they will not allow him to be the face of the NBA. That's not going to happen.
That's out.
Wow. 23 with all of this money.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
You got to have a good person to guide you. And daddy want to kick it. So, yeah, it don't work. That don't work.
Kick it. Daddy want to kick it.
What y'all doing tonight, son? What y'all doing tonight?
I'm coming too.
You know, I want to make sure I'm your plus one, boy. I'm with you, boy.
Yeah. Can't have that, man. Can't have that. But also, man, the tournament starts tomorrow. March Madness starts tomorrow. The number one seeds for the tournament. Come on, U of H, University of Houston, number one. Kansas, Purdue, and Alabama, man. We got to put these bets in, Who you going with,
I haven't even looked. Man, I tried to find the bracket this weekend, couldn't find it nowhere.
Man,
send him the bracket.
I'm going to send you the bracket, big dog, man, but I've got to go with U of H. That's where I'm going. University of Houston, let's go, baby. Here we go.
Slammer jammer.
Come on now. We got to get this thing going. I'm with it.
No. Kansas look good. Kansas look real good.
Okay. All right,
You
Junior.
so wishy-washy, Tommy.
Hey, dog. Ain't neither one of them gonna make it.
You don't think so?
Whoa.
Nah, man, that March Madness gonna be different. I'm gonna look at the brackets. I'm gonna tell you who gonna shock everybody.
Okay, cool. We're going to do it tomorrow.
Kansas and U of H, they're going to be in the Final Four. Trust me.
All right. Junior, thank you. Coming up at the top of the hour, a woman on social media needs some advice, Steve, from you right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so Steve, Tracy on Steve Harvey FM writes, my closest friend is always upbeat, and even though she doesn't have skills or accomplishments that I have, she seems to have everything going great for her all of the time. I try not to show it around her, but it burns me up how lucky she seems. I wish I could have a fraction of her good luck, but everything always seems to go badly for me. How do I get rid of these jealous feelings and learn to be more like her?
No, you just said it. You've spoken into existence your existence. And she speaks into her existence. She's lucky. It burns you up. Everything always goes her way. Nothing goes my way. You're claiming this. Read it again, Shirley.
Tracy writes, my closest friend is always upbeat.
Bam, right there. Always upbeat, optimistic, hopeful, very positive. So guess what she's going to attract? Upbeat, optimistic, positive results. Go ahead, Shirley.
All right. And even though she doesn't have the skills or accomplishments that I have.
Stop right there. How do you know that? You so busy trying to compare. She don't need to have your skill set. That ain't her walk. That's not her that's not her gift. Go ahead, Shirley.
She seems to have everything go great for her all the time.
Because she's upbeat, optimistic, and has a positive attitude. Go ahead, Shirley.
I try not to show it around her, but it burns me up how lucky she seems.
First of all, you're a hater. And luck is how other people describe other people's success. Everybody, when you want to find out if you're lucky, let somebody else describe your success. You don't look at yourself as lucky. But let me give you the definition of luck. Luck is when hard work bumps up into opportunity. Then people call it luck. Go ahead, Shirley.
I wish I could have a fraction of her good luck.
You could if you were more upbeat, positive, and a more congenial person. But you're a negative hater. Go ahead, Shirley.
But everything always seemed to go badly for me.
Everything will go badly for you because the Bible says a man is as he thinketh. We have thought ourselves exactly to where we are today. You have no one to blame but yourself. Go ahead, Shirley.
All right. How do I get rid of these jealous feelings and learn to be more like her?
Hello. Why don't you just do like that? Stop being jealous. Stop being a hater and be more like her. Be more upbeat, positive, and congenial. And you would be surprised what you would be able to attract. But you're so busy comparing yourself to her, talking about what she ain't, when clearly she don't have to be what you are because she's doing it her way. She's positive and upbeat. Stop being a hater. Next question.
That's it. Next question. All right. If we have time for one more, this one says, hey, Steve, I'm one of your blue-eyed female listeners, and I need your help with this problem. I walked into my 12-year-old son's room the other day, and he never heard me coming. It might be because he was concentrating on looking through his blinds. I called his name, and he jumped, looking guilty. So naturally, I took a look at what had his attention. It was our neighbor, and she was getting her rack some sun if you get my meaning. Later that day, I ran into her outside and politely mentioned that there were kids here, and please consider that the next time she sunbathes topless. Instead of the apology I was hoping for, she flat out told me her yard, her choice. And the next day, same thing.
It is. Yeah.
I'm at a loss here. Do I call the cops? Can I call the cops? What's my next move here?
No.
I'll tell you right now. You can call whoever you want to call. Your boy just don't want you to call him no more. Leave him alone. What is you in here for?
12 years old.
Man.
You can call the cops all you want, but she in her yard.
Karen.
Get out your window.
The boy need this. Let the boy grow up.
Man.
All right. We'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up at 20 minutes after the hour.
Damn, mama.
Right after this.
Yeah.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so the other day, it was Employee Appreciation Day. And according to a recent study, the majority of American workers say gestures of appreciation are in very short supply. The study found that 67% of employed Americans say they feel undervalued at work and don't feel appreciated. So this question is for you, Tommy. What could your employer, aka your uncle, do to make you feel more valued?
It's just so much, and he doesn't, and everybody knows it. Let's start with, one day off a week, like Friday. Only, and I work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. He could also give me a star on the Walk of Fame. He could get that for me. It's just a certain appreciation that he could do that he does not do. I mean, why can't my star be right next to his star? That's on the Walk of Fame, Hollywood Walk of Fame. I don't understand that. That could be done. There's a lot of things that he could do to show his appreciation.
Tommy, do you realize
the pay could be double, really, to be honest.
Double? Oh. Yeah. You realize you're always just about off on Mondays, though.
You were off yesterday.
Yeah, especially if you have a show
I just want you to realize
on the weekend.
that you were off.
Because I was appreciating myself. That's what that is. What do you do? If he's not going to appreciate me, I'm not going to let that stop. I'm going to appreciate myself. Why would I do that? Why?
All right, coming up at 33 minutes after the hour, we'll play another round of Would You Rather right after this. Oh, I think Steve's got something
self-appreciation is what it's called.
Back after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for another round of Would You Rather. Okay. Would you rather have loud neighbors or nosy neighbors?
Oh, hey, that's easy. Loud neighbors. Yeah.
Loud?
Yeah. Get something started over
here. I gotta be able to get some sleep now. Yeah. I don't want the
music, fighting.
You can be nosy. I ain't got nothing for you to look at no way. So, but I'd rather take the nosy neighbor. I ain't got nothing for you to see.
You like loud, Junior, huh?
Yeah. Might start something over here. That's what I'm saying.
Well, it don't matter to me. You can be A or B. My house so far away from yours, you can't see over here. You can't see over here.
Come on, dog.
And I can't hear you. I might already have nose ass neighbor. I don't give a damn what you do.
You better be rich up in here.
Hey, come on.
I got so many trees. If you can see my house, good luck. Man, damn.
This is true.
It's true.
Would you rather get all of your wisdom teeth pulled out at one time, or would you rather get your butt cheeks pierced?
I had all my wisdom teeth took out at once.
Me too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not doing that.
I'm not piercing my butt. No,
I'm not doing that.
Nah. I had a pimple on it one time last.
I knew it.
Lord have mercy. It was hard to sit down on that thing right there. Yeah.
It felt like a piercing.
Yeah, and I don't know what it was. It was a pimple, but I thought it was a ball. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a damn bunion. I didn't know what had happened. What is this extra on my ass right now? Lord have mercy.
Come on, big dog.
All right.
It started as a pimple, but it ended up as a big toe. Yeah, go back down this free clinic, see what this is. God, dog.
Hey, get the kid on the left.
Man, I'm back down here again. You down here again, mister? Yes, ma'am.
Oh, man. Lonnie.
You're a busy young man. This might... Ma'am, I got another problem.
All right. So wisdom teeth it is for you, Steve. Okay.
One time I had a pimple that turned into
Would you rather outlive your partner, or would you rather have your partner outlive you?
B.
Oh yeah, I want I'd rather my partner
outlive me.
B.
Oh really? Yeah. Okay.
Oh
really?
yeah. Oh, I can't live without her. Ain't no way in the world.
Oh, but romantic.
But you're gonna leave her alone though.
Yeah,
hey.
The money she gonna have in the house.
She'll be fine.
R.I.P.
That's today's round of Would You Rather. Coming up next, we'll close out the show with our last break of the day. And nephew, I think your uncle has some words for you right after this.
I hope he finna appreciate me. That's what I hope.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, here we are, guys. Our last break of the day on this Tuesday. It's been a good day.
Yes.
Tommy's back from being off yesterday, and
where were you yesterday?
Yeah.
Why didn't you come to work yesterday?
He ain't say nothing.
We didn't know where you were.
Yeah, we just
you were here. It was Employee Appreciation Day.
But we are employees and we were here, so.
No. Because y'all don't appreciate yourselves.
We don't.
Oh, you were off because you were appreciating yourself.
I
appreciate
Let me respond to his complaints he had.
Well,
First of all, he only wants to work a 4-day work week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which he does anyway.
Yeah.
So that ain't got nothing to do with me. You'll call in most Mondays, and then you always got a hard out.
But Steve, just in case people missed it, what is Tommy talking about?
Well, I'll tell you.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah. It was Employee Appreciation Day the other day. And according to a recent study, most Americans say they don't feel appreciated at work. Appreciation gestures are just in very short supply. 67% of employed Americans say they feel undervalued at work and they don't feel appreciated.
Well, and that's cool. And so Tommy went on to talk about how he wants a 4-day work week. Well, Employee Appreciation Day, we would appreciate it if you would come in every day.
Yeah, you didn't come in.
Employee appreciation.
It's hard to appreciate a person that ain't here. So even if they have Employee Appreciation Day, your ass probably ain't gonna be here. The second thing you said was you want double pay. You want to double your pay. Why would I give you double your pay for less than the time you ain't even here when you supposed to be here? Thirdly, you want a star on the Walk of Fame. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Those are not given out to good employees. And if there was, you'll never get one.
So how you get a star? You got to be exceptional.
Well, no, you just got to be. It's a process. And he getting there. He'll eventually get one. But how old are you right now, Tommy?
55.
Oh, yeah, about another 10 years.
That long?
Yeah. That long?
Oh, man, I just put one in my driveway. To hell with that.
That long?
Put one in your driveway?
No, you just got the 100 episodes.
I know.
The hell you mean that long? I got my 100 episodes back on the Steve Harvey Show back in 97. I didn't get a star till 2000 what?
I don't know.
I don't even know what year that was.
Yeah, we was there.
What year?
We was there.
All there.
Yeah.
Well, what year was it?
I forgot what year. 2000.
It had to be in the 2000s.
12, 13,
No.
something like that.
Like 10, like 9.
Whatever it was.
Yeah.
All the kids was there, and I remember that because I had to fly their ass out there. So
you remember bills you paid, huh?
2013.
The day you get your stuff.
Yeah, I was right.
yeah, so that star is on the other people. So other than that, man, you really have no case.
Tommy.
Okay.
That's it, man.
I'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, yeah, it's not Monday.
Something else
So what were
we
you
was gonna
doing
talk about,
yesterday?
too.
Yeah, on your day. I'm sorry, Steve.
No, it's okay. I'd like to know that too.
Yeah, what were you doing on your
why were you off yesterday?
Okay, if you just have to know, I've started filming Ready to Love in Dallas, and it went a lot longer than expected. So that's why I was.
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all were recording.
Your uncle's not buying it.
Yeah, because you were recording at 5 and 6 in the morning, the time we on the air.
I went about
don't cry, baby.
Come on, baby, don't cry.
And they was paying me. I was working late and they were giving me all these checks. I don't want to keep taking this money from these people like that.
Nephew. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Doing big things. You really are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
in
you
your
get
career.
to star eventually, dog.
Yes, sir. Keep grinding, baby. Keep grinding.
Speaking into existence, dog.
Keep grinding.
What you say, Junior?
Just speaking into existence. Get it, dog. You got it.
You get a star. You got about 25 more years.
I got a while.
So in his 60s. Okay.
Yeah, that ain't bad. Get a star in his 60s.
Quit adding up people's age, Shirley. Stop that.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's evil.
That's evil. You just gave your age.
Yeah,
When
Tommy, you
Steve
said
asked
55,
you.
and you said 10 years.
Well, he
Right.
asked.
So
Now, if I ask y'all, I'll be
2033, you gonna get your...
Ooh. Won't it seem far?
Dog, it'll be here before you know it.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
Wow.
Christmas is tomorrow. I keep telling you guys.
Because I was just 50.
So, Steve, some words of encouragement about appreciation before we get out of here.
Well, I don't know if this is going to be appreciation, but, I think people have to really concern yourself with what are you doing to be appreciated. There's a lot of people who want appreciation for no reason. Here's what I heard the other day.
Okay.
Somebody said this, and it was very impactful. Said, if your presence doesn't have an impact, then your absence won't make a difference.
Wow.
If your presence doesn't make an impact, your absence won't make a difference. So just try to be an impactful person in more lives than your own. That's how you grow. It's my closing remarks today, very short. We didn't even bother cutting the music on. Have a great day, y'all. Talk to God and love you.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.